What is up, Drama Alert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar, and let's get right. What is up? Wait a minute. That's not who I am. That's not who I am at all. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? It's morning time. We're getting ready for tonight's Monday Night Raw, which means that some of us won't be alive after tonight, but that's okay, because that's how it typically tends to go, isn't it? You could be in a flight in China right now. That could be worse than anything that's going to happen today on Monday Night Raw. You could be in a fucking nosedive headed towards the planet Earth in an uncontrolled vertical dive with no hope for survival. So it's kind of like how I feel about watching Monday Night Raw tonight. But it's not quite the same. Not quite. But it does feel good to be sitting here in the sun, with the sun beaming onto my skin, hopefully giving me skin cancer, so I can be off this planet as soon as possible. So we are hoping for that, no doubt about it. Shout out to the chat. The alerts are going out. TKO Rising, what's up, man? I'm sure the live alerts are going out. Let me drop the dono link. I like to do that so it's easier for people to find it, rather than if they want to have to go down to the description below. That's a pain in the ass, so I'll just put it right there. Tony Khan, welcome to AEW. You know something? I don't even want to scream because this is a little shitty microphone. This microphone was $9, so if I scream, I feel like it will just pop and explode your head, your ears. So I don't want to scream in this microphone. I don't want to do that to you guys. I'm not downstairs with the good equipment. So, hey, I won't do that to you. But plus, I think my wife is downstairs reading or something, and I apparently even just talking like this, like she hears everything. So if I started screaming, she'd probably be like, "What the fuck?" This is probably. And by the way, if anybody in my house ever questioned why, like, do I have this little closet area with somewhat soundproofing, not even, but it's like if I did this show from any other room, like the whole house would hear it. But the kids are at school, so that doesn't matter anyway. So it's all good. I have not seen the Zelensky green screen video, Paul. We'll have to look for that. I have not seen that yet. Colonel Stutters is in the house. What's going on, man? It's not uncommon to be unsatisfied with your mix or masters, but you did it. Well, I never do them. That's the thing. Is like I never do mix and masters, Paul. Like I'm not good at that. I'm really not good at mixing music to make it sound good. Like mine always sound really bad. But if I spend a load of time, and maybe that's why I don't do well with them, because I just don't spend the time. I like recording the demos really quickly and making them as neat as I can for like a quick sample, because I always figure that something may come of this later. So let me get the idea down, and now it's recorded, and now I move on. I don't spend a bunch of time because number one, I can't sing. Right? Number one, I can't sing very well at all. And I'm not a really good guitar player at all either. Not a good guitar player. Um, I'm not good at anything. I'm just good at like sort of just like coming up with, this is how I think I want the melody. This is how I think I want this to go. But I'm not really good at anything, if that makes any sense. So like I'm like a 2 out of 10 at everything. Keyboards, synthesizers, singing. I'm good at drums, but a lot of times in the songs I don't even use real drums. I'm not even really playing that much. But I put out one thing the other day on. I actually put it out. I have two separate accounts: my podcasting, and then I have a music account where I upload it to, so I can always go back and listen to what I'm working on. And I uploaded it to the Joe Cronin Show by accident on iTunes the other day. So some of you guys may have been like, "What's this fucking song that Joe uploaded?" And then sometimes I'm collabing with somebody too, who like maybe they made like the guitar rhythm or the drum beat, and then I'm adding to it or whatever. So, you know. But this thing particularly was like I'm on a bunch of different websites where I sell music and I sell things, because in my past life of millions of things that I like to do creatively, one of the things I like to do is I've always wanted to, when I was younger, I wanted to score movies and stuff. but I'm too stupid to really do that stuff. You know how Trent Reznor scored The Social Network and things like that? And Trent Reznor is like unconventional and not a necessarily a traditional composer. Like I'm even less than that. I'm like if Trent Reznor barely had any talent at all, like I would that's me. I have a shitload of creativity though. I have a shitload of creativity and a very minimal amount of talent. So, but so this company just happened earlier today that this guy bought three things that I have up, and then a company bought. I don't want to say what company even because I can't. I just don't want to say it on here because I just can't. Unfortunately, that's just the case. I can't do it. But the bottom line is there'll be a commercial with the song, and they were like, "We really like it, but can you like produce it a little better, like redo it and produce it at a higher, like at a better mix and whatever." And like they said the sound file was so low compared to what they would usually use, and I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." So I did that. I worked on that a couple nights for a few hours, and it's only $300, but you know it's a paycheck for putting sounds together. You know, I don't know. I probably worked 15 hours on it at this point, or 20 hours or something. So it's like it's weird because usually the other thing too is usually these companies just purchase stuff like this for like $50, $100, and they use it in the commercial. But I did the voiceover in the commercial plus the music, so I'm doing the voiceover and the like this summer get the all new Equinox, like it has four tires and four, that's and then plus the music. So like I don't know, it's pretty cool. I like doing that, but I don't get a lot of those jobs. They rarely come around ever. And then we all know about the Papa Roach song that we think that we people. I don't know if this is. It's so stupid, man. I don't even know if it's real. I might just be an idiot, but you guys were telling me that you 100% believe they stole that song, but I don't know, man. Why would they steal something from me? I just don't get it. But it is weird that the producer person, like whatever. I don't know, fucking. I don't believe it. I just don't. I just find it hard to believe. But like I did notice it, and I was like, huh, that's weird. But I just can't believe it. It's got to be a coincidence. Maybe. Anyone else get a head cold this weekend? Yeah, I mean, last week my whole family was had like the flu or something. Colonel Stutters. I never got really anything though, so I don't know, man. Apparently I'm fucking Superman on this cold. Leah got like a little bit of something for like a day or two, and the kids got fevers. I didn't get that was last week though. I didn't get anything though. I don't know. I was waiting for it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get it. I'll be the last one, just like last time. That happened last time where everybody got it, and then like 4 days later I got it, and I was like, oh, because I was like, oh, I'm so awesome. It must be all the vitamin D I'm taking and all the fucking, you know, I'm taking a shitload of everything. Like, that's why I'm not getting sick. And then I got it like 4 days later, and then it sucked. It lasted for like a week and a half. That was like 8 months ago or a year ago or something. But so I was worried that was going to happen again. I was like, uh-oh. But now that we're like 5 days out, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get anything. But I mean, I was cuddling my daughter, like cuddling her at night and rubbing her head and kissing her forehead, and like same with my son too, and like taking their temperatures constantly. And so I don't know, man. I just never got it. And then Leah got sick, and I was definitely close with her a couple times, and I don't know. I didn't. I just got lucky with that one, I guess. AEW stole Wardlow's theme from out of nowhere. Yeah, it's kind of funny. That one is kind of similar to in a way. This is war. I like that. It's definitely something I would definitely like or come up with as well. But they did a good job. I like to say that I'm a good idea person for songs. Like I like to lay out a whole song, but if you listen to it, you're like, yeah, the vocals aren't very good. Your voice is bad, kind of, and the guitars sound kind of like off and shitty, and everything sounds shitty, kind of, But I get the idea. It sounds pretty cool. It could be a good song if somebody fixed it, and that's what I do. and then somebody else takes it, and then they re-record it. I've had 3 bands now take my song that sounded like something sort of shitty recorded, but like a good thing, and then they've turned it into like a real sounding. It sounds like a real song, and when I hear a band do that, I'm like, wow, that's fucking awesome. Like I wrote that, like most of it, like they took, they rewrote some things and stuff, but like 80% of that, that's like 80% of this is like something I made, and it was pretty cool, but like it wasn't good enough, but it was pretty cool. And then they took it and made it a real thing that like feels crazy, and I want to tell everybody like, hey man, it's like when you come up with an idea making a movie or a TV show, and you're like a writer, and you're like, we should have the ship blow up, and then this happens, and then we'll do this, and then they're like, yes, we like that, and then your idea
Hey
comes
Joe,
to
I
life.
love being muted in Discord, and I took a crap this morning and looked down and I saw Colonel Santos' family. What a bunch of tree midget Neanderthal dolphin fuckers.
Oh my god, what the hell, AJ Adams? Hey, AJ Adams, why don't you fall asleep on Monetize This again, you fucking cocksucker? You show up to monetize this like your people show up to work. How about that? No, thank you, AJ Adams. What up, Ramen No Broth? I like that name. Makes me think of ramen noodles. Makes me think of the record company. It makes me think of, I don't know, something else. Makes me think of food. AJ Adams, thanks for the $5, man, and becoming a $5 shit bum. I appreciate that. I think if I was in when I was in a metal band, we had a producer and a guy. So like when I was doing vocal stuff, he would be like, all right, let's redo that again. I'll fix this, redo that again, layer this. And so like, they really helped out making it sound better than I am. And I think a lot of people do that, but there are some people with such a great voice. I wish I had a real beautiful voice, like a real voice. Like I wish I had that, but I have more of a bad Trent Reznor voice, or like Marilyn Manson. Like I have like a bad Marilyn Manson, Trent Reznor type of voice, I think, a lot of times. There are some times though where I can do a little bit, but it's not very good. But at least I can get the idea out there. You know what I mean? That it's out there. That's all I want to do. I want to record something so the idea is there, despite all the imperfections in it. I have it, and then I like to categorize things and songs and put them together like it's an album, but just so that it's a collection. So I know it's this part of this collection during this time frame of when I was making things. If I was using a lot of the same similar instruments to make something, I put it in that collection, and then I look for somebody who's better that can put it together in a better way. So it's like I said, like, it's like a movie. It's like a writer in a writer's room, making an idea up, and then it comes to life on the TV. That's what I feel like. But since I don't have a band and I don't have anybody else and whatever, I just do it. But it's cool when it gets picked up. Like I've heard, I don't know, man, like some of these guys, this one guy, one of the songs that he used for me a couple of years ago did somewhat okay. I got 200,000 views on this guy's Spotify account. And I said, damn, that got 200,000 views on your Spotify. That's pretty cool. But like his vocals are so different. His voice is very like dull too. You know what I mean? Like I'm like all over the place. I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm trying to sing, but his whole voice is like, here we are and we go, like very like almost like Dylan meets like Tom Petty, or like, but it's goth. It was gothic. I don't know. And I'm like, it's weird because your voice this sounds so much better than what I did. But like what I'm trying to do, I'm just like doing like 3 different types. It's very bizarre. I can't even explain it. But when you hear his version, you're like, oh, that sounds like a real song. But anyway, it's cool that other people can do that. It's like if a painter painted an idea and then some real painter took it and fucking made it crazy. It's like if I painted something pretty cool and I showed it to you, and it was like the idea was like the clouds were bleeding and the trees were bleeding, and then there was like a guy on fire and it looked pretty cool, and I showed it to you, but I wasn't a very good artist, and it was like, look at this. So then like a crazy good artist took that same thing and repainted it like in an insane way, and you're like, whoa. Like what a great fucking idea, but it looks awesome, But here's the original version, like, ooh, like that's pretty. I mean, that's the same idea, but that doesn't look looks pretty good, kind of interesting, but so like that's how I would describe what I do. and then when I do most of my donation songs, I don't do that music. 85% of my donation songs are, I purchase someone else's stuff. I don't use my own because it would take too long to make my own a lot of times. I think only 20% of the donation songs are my own audio. It's hard to tell sometimes, but 20% of it's my own, is only my own audio. 80% is something I got. Um, anyway, that was a long answer to that comment about music earlier. Jesus, what's up? What's going on, guy? I don't have to go to run to a interview or anything like that. The dono link is up there if you guys want to use that to donate that way. I get the money directly, so that's even the best way to donate if you guys want. But you can super chat as well if you want to super chat also. That is a good way to support the channel. But we're going to talk about Monday Night Raw now. I was actually kind of babbling on at the beginning of this. In fact, there's probably so many people click on this video, probably clicked off. They were like, what's this? This isn't about Raw. And I don't mean you guys, but I mean later when people watch this in replay, they're going to be like, oh. So hopefully somebody pins a comment down below about a timestamp, because I'm sure someone doesn't want to hear me babbling about that. How long now did we spend talking about that? Like 17 minutes. So 17 minutes in, we haven't gotten to one wrestling thing yet. So we're going to get to that now. Lean into the imperfections, Darth Nugget says. Yeah, I think I like to do that. What? I'm sleepy, Carlos? Someone tried to break into the house at 4 a.m.? What the fuck? Oh, you were visiting someone and then someone tried to break into the house? That's crazy. It's time to get the baseball bat, bro. Is it snowing or just AJ Adams scratching his head? Oh my god. That's awesome. Any WWE news or AEW news? Yes, Walter. See, he was probably already looking for this earlier. He was like, what's up? What up, Carlos? What up, Almighty? What up, Tyrion? You're not expecting Cody until Mania. Yeah, so a lot of people still wondering if, we could get Cody Rhodes tonight. So, hey, that's the thing about, ramen is, it's pretty amazing, dude, that I could spend hours, 15 hours editing sounds and music and playing guitars and putting synthesizer loops together, and you can get paid for that. So even 15 hours for $300 is amazing. Like that, I mean, it's amazing that you guys donate. This is art. I feel like this is all art. All this podcasting and stuff like that, obviously. So it's the same sort of idea. But I think that's why I don't do well at a real job, at real work. I do very bad a lot of times at that stuff. I think I'm too creative. I'm always wandering. My worst nightmare is a warehouse job where I click things and then push, like, hey, scan, throw, check the sheet, scan, throw. Like, I would last about 2 seconds at a job like that. I would blow my brains out. So that would be really bad. Because no matter what, whether it's podcasting, radio, music, or whatever I'm doing, videos, it's got to be some kind of creative, artistic type of thing. Creating. I can't do those other things too well. What up, Andale Peasy? F Monday Night Raw. Cody ain't coming tonight. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think he is coming. This big rumor about he's going to show up at Mania Night 2. Now, we could get an indication about that tonight, right? Depending on what Seth Rollins does and where he goes tonight. Seth Rollins could tip us off big time as to what's really going on tonight. Seth Rollins if they end up being like, okay, Seth, you got a match at Mania, but, we're not going to tell you who the opponent is. Obviously, that's a huge tip-off, at that point. So.
Oh, yeah, we got a new subscriber, yeah. Freak out.
Matt Pitt, what up, Matt? Oh, man. I got to talk to him last night on when I was on Dave's stream. That was cool. Nice to meet you, Matt. And I heard you were doing a lot of. I think you were assisting Tommy on his during his live streams and things. So that's pretty cool, man. Say hi to him for me if you're listening. I hope he's doing well. I check in on him once in a while. Let's see here. Stevie O says, I work from 7:30 to 3 Monday to Tuesday, and I'm always tired. Yeah, well, I get that part. I remember when I would work. I mean, yeah, I remember when I would work. My old when I worked at my old job and get home and just in time for the wrestling. And then but I've been doing that this past year, all year, bouncing around different things. I like chaos. I need to have a little chaos at work too, a little chaos to go on to make it feel like it's out of control. I've got to control so many different things to solve people's problems and stuff like that. When I'm doing that, I can stay at a job for quite a while. Like I stayed at customer service for 4 years because it was so chaotic. I mean, we had like 3 screens and 70 programs, and every call coming in, queue calls, and trying to delegate other people's stuff and trying to listen to people's calls to, make sure they were handling customers the right way and help them out when a customer was being crazy and create problems and solve problems, create solutions. Just so many things to do that when you keep the brain going, like I found that I like that. Some people didn't like that. They'd start working there and they'd be like, oh man, why the fuck is your place insane? Like, why is this place insane? Like, I just came from a different company where things were easy. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, but it sounds boring. Like if you just come in and I got 30 emails to answer. I answer my 30 emails, and then a phone rings once in a while, and then once in a while someone schedules something. It's like, man, after 8 hours, I'd be losing my mind. Like if there was a lot of just sitting there waiting, or okay, let's do another email, like over and over, like that would drive me nuts. So the place I used to work was actually perfect for me, but a lot of structured people would come in and be like, this place is nuts. And I used to say, like, it is nuts. This place is not handling things the correct way. But the fact that they weren't handling things the correct or the best way um, let me thrive, because it was like I'm chaotic, you know what I mean? And I could miss some things too, but I'd miss a lot of things like paperwork, typing wise, but it was okay because the whole thing was chaos, so there wasn't uh, this downtime and scrutiny time. So it was just so chaotic. It was, how many things can you handle at once? Never, and if you're not 100% accurate, it's okay because you handled 20 things more than anyone else would. But I mean, you're as accurate as possible. But Jack, I work at a grocery store. I worked at a grocery store. Um, I worked at a grocery store twice. Once when I was 16, it was my first job. That was my first real job, working for some company place. And I got promoted from bagger to cashier to working to the like hot food section and then the cashier. And yeah, then I left there after about a little while, as a 16-year-old would, about a year, 8 months to a year. I worked there, and I was like, all right, I'm out. And then when I was older, when I lost my job in 2005, I think it was 2005 or six or something, I had lost a job, and so I couldn't find. I took a job at like Stop and Shop, and the job was just loading the milk. I've told this story before, but just putting the milk on the things and loading the cold food stuff. And I was loading the milk, and I started to become miserable. This was the first week. The first week I was putting the milk on the shelves, and I I was becoming miserable. And towards the end of the week, the guy who ran the back like pulled me aside for a second and was like, "Dude, what are you doing? You're doing this all wrong. You're putting the date's got to go this way and this got to go that way." And he was yelling at me about everything, and I was like, "Oh, I can't even fucking load this milk the right way." Um, and I just fucking, oh my god, bro. I I felt terrible about myself because I was like, I'm a moron. Like I can't load this milk the right way. Like it's just milk. I'm getting paid $7.90 to do this. I can't even do this right. And I'm bored, cold. It smells weird in there. Um, and I just like I felt it just was bad. It was like I never wanted to do that again. So I left there. I think I left there after 3 weeks. I was like, what am I doing? What is this? I felt terrible about myself. I think I probably like I really did, man. That was bad. Never ever do anything that makes you feel like that about yourself. You know, that's what I would say to people, because I felt like I was worthless doing it. And it's not that you're worthless, because some people start that way at a grocery store. You could become the manager eventually doing that. Hell, you could just do that and love it. If you love it, that's not what it. Worthless isn't that stocking shelves in a grocery store doesn't make you worthless. Feeling like you're worthless for doing it is what makes you worthless. So if you feel worthless with what you're doing, like that bad, you gotta go do something that doesn't make you feel that way. Never do that, because it's not about the job and whether it is good or how much money it is or anything. It's about how you feel doing it. If I felt amazing and loved it, I probably would have stayed there a lot longer. And I probably still would have looked for a different job because I want to get paid more. But at least I would have had a blast doing it. Like I had a blast working at several jobs that didn't make a lot of money. But I don't, for whatever reason, doing something that, number one, I'm not good at stocking things. Number two, I'm not good at organization. Number three, if the elements bother me, like I get annoyed. And number four, it was $7. So and yeah, and there was no one to really interact with other than when somebody would yell at you like that. So all those reasons, like it was like, this is not for me. Like fuck this. Like it was terrible. But some people do really well at a grocery store, and also I did really well at a grocery store too. I worked like I said, as a kid, I worked as a cashier and a bagger, and in that position, I could actually see myself of staying and becoming a manager or something like that, and I would have liked it. It was just a different store though. That was a different situation. So I figured, in 2005 when I was older, I was like 21 years old or 20 years old, and I figured, hey, I need a job in between jobs. I'll go I'll go do grocery store. I'll stock the shelves. But stocking the shelves in the back was a completely different story than bagging and cashiering. Bagging and cashiering allows you to interact with people, which I love doing, and then, to like help them and stuff like that. So that felt, I think, a lot better. That would have been a better choice than working stocking the back. So being by yourself in the back was a mistake. Yeah, DWELSH. Yeah, I know you worked there, man. Yeah, you've had great success there, so you can be doing that. Anyway, we ever gonna get to the wrestling? I mean, like, what am I doing? Um, yeah, it's not a bad gig if you're set up good. Joe, did someone try to blow your brains out at Stop and Shop? I wish they would. Probably should have. I'm an equipment guy. 8 months it's chaos. 4 months we get some quiet. Oh yeah, that's right. There's like 8 months of nuts. Yeah, at Eagle Stadium. Yeah, that's crazy. That's cool though. I'm not that far from Gillette Stadium, so I know a couple people that work down there. And yeah, you're right. There's that 4 months of quiet, and then it's kind of all fucking balls to the wall for 8 months. I can imagine that. That's pretty cool though. I wonder what you mean, equipment like audio equipment, or just all equipment, like anything in the stadium. I wonder. That's true, Ramen. I mean, I've had that dream for the last how many? I've had that dream since 2007. I've been living that dream since 2017. I'm out of that dream now a little bit. I'm sort of like halfway in it, halfway out of it. But hey, man, I got to experience that dream for 4 years here on YouTube. So that's pretty amazing. I mean, I'm in this place because of it. So we'll see if we can crawl out of it. Let's go to Monday Night Raw now. We're finally we had all these comments and stuff that triggered me into these stories. If you have questions, though, let me know, guys, in the chat. Did I play that? Thank you. So, thank you, Matt Pitt, for that subscription, man. What's going on? And AJ Adams with the $5 earlier. Let's throw AJ Adams up there. Give him some love, because God didn't give him enough love, obviously. AJ Adams, $5, top dono. AJ Adams, you paid for my coffee. just like the house that you are. You can fill that word in. Oh my God. Sorry, AJ, I'm kidding. Nah, bro, you look like you're albino almost. You're like a fake. You know, let's be honest. AJ, look at me right now. I look super ghost. Like, look at me. Look like that Stabbing Westward song. I'm just a ghost. It's SITH garden. I'm just a ghost. Look at my face. I look like I'm glowing. I'm glowing, bro. Look at me. I'm a friggin' ghost. I'm glowing white right now. So Cody Rhodes tonight on Monday Night Raw. I mean, it would be a hell of a surprise, I think, if he was there, because now people are so set on eyes showing up at Mania. I think it'd be awesome if they sort of swerved us and he was there tonight, you know, and that would be so cool. But that's only because I'm selfish and I want something fun to talk about tonight on Monday Night Raw, but instead I feel like we're just going to get the fucking slow snail crawl to WrestleMania, which is just boring. You know, it will pay off maybe at Mania, whatever, which is fine. But again, 3-hour Raw show, man, I need some things to be happy about, you know, some things to get excited about. You know, I don't think anything's going to beat Edge's promo last week. I don't think AJ Styles is going to be able to come out and beat Edge's promo last week. So, while it's great, AJ Styles is going to respond to Edge tonight, but again, it will just be like, all right, so you want to go there? You want to do this with me? At WrestleMania, you just crossed the line, and at WrestleMania, Edge, you want the pit bull, you want the the nasty dog, I'm gonna bring every damn. He's just gonna say that sort of thing, and okay, but nothing's gonna be as interesting as what Edge said last week. So, you know, the heel is more interesting right now, obviously, and you know he really is. But then again, you know, according to CM Punk, AJ Styles is a racist, so who wants to hear from him anyway, right? But WWE has not announced any matches for tonight's Raw. There are no matches, 0 matches announced tonight for Monday Night Raw, if you can believe that. You know? Pretty crazy. But do you miss wait, what did you say? Raid Shadow Legends. Do you know how many times Raid Shadow Legends has tried to sponsor my show? You know what I mean? That's crazy. What the fuck? Is that one of the cats? We need a Manscaped Stadium. Manscaped Stadium. We're live right now from Manscaped Stadium. I run all the equipment crews and power washing carpets, maintenance. Oh, wow, okay, that's crazy. That's pretty cool, though. That'd be kind of fun, man. Like, I think that'd be a fun job to maintain the whole place, and that's your job. Like, that'd be a fun job, but that would be a bit stressful because it's all on you, and this is like that. If you misstep a couple times, you're in Tetris, and you're going to lose Tetris. You know? I mean, Jesus. Your job is better than driving a dump truck in New York while wearing earbuds, listening to every community show because you're addicted to drama. Okay, I know. I think I know what you're talking about. Raid Shadow Legends Stadium. That would be a great one, yeah. Hey, if you guys are thinking about getting all Elite Wrestling tickets in Detroit, don't bother because I tried. It's sold out. Damn, really? Fuck. Washington Capitals have received winger Marcus Johansson and from Kraken. Wow. They got Daniel Sprong. The Bruins got 2 good defensemen, so I'm pretty happy about that. Can Mikkel even make coffee? No, Mikkel knows how to drink his mother's pussy, though. Do you miss when you were genuinely surprised by a debut? A little bit, you know. There's always been that sort of feeling that someone was coming, though. I was actually surprised by Jericho because there was a rumor that it was Jericho was going to be the Millennium Countdown, but also there was a rumor that Jericho was coming to WWE so many times at that time. But for some reason, I forgot about the Millennial Clock that night. And I don't know if you guys remember that night, how old you guys are, but I remember watching Raw that night, and I had forgotten about the Countdown Millennial Clock, or Countdown to the Millennium. And The Rock was in the middle of this promo thing, and I'm watching it and everything, and all of a sudden it goes dark, and the fucking, oh, JR, the Millennium's here, it's counting down. I'd forgotten. Like, I was like, what? Holy shit. I'd completely forgotten about it. And I wasn't reading the dirt sheets at the time. I really wasn't spending a lot of time on the WWE dirt sheets or any wrestling dirt sheets. So I think that that's a big thing that, like, depending on who you talk to, if you talk to some people, they're like, we knew Jericho was coming. Everybody knew, whatever. And I agree that a lot of people probably did know that were reading the dirt sheets. At the time, there was a time when I was reading them every day and stuff like that, but at this point I wasn't really reading them every day at that point. I had sort of given up on, I wasn't that nerdy. I was just watching every Monday and that was it. And so I actually was surprised by Jericho. Forgot about the Millennial Clock. And then was like, oh shit, like it's Jericho. And the music was cool. It felt important and it was fun. I remember thinking towards the end of it though, I was like a little bit let down because like The Rock kind of put him in his place, and then Jericho so quickly was like, "Oh, I'm a bad guy, and I'm here to save the WWE." He's like, "I'm here to save everybody," and it was weird. But I did like it, and it was like one of the best debuts. But depending on who you talk to, again, some people knew exactly it was coming. So, but it was still exciting. So, but for me, that one, I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention until like Jericho in WCW and his contract and what was going on. So I had no idea. So I mean, I knew that there'd been rumors about Jericho forever. We'd all talked about wanting Jericho to be in the WWE. So it made sense, but I wasn't like, he's coming tonight. And clearly a lot of people did know that because people in the crowd, had Jericho signs and shit. Like, people were ready to go. Let me see. Joe is the ADHD champion. Yeah, that might be me, the champion of that, no doubt. Let me see. Scumbag stole your belt idea. It's got to be Scott, right? Or shit, or somebody. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna, I don't know. People are, God will sort that out, I'm sure, with that. According, these people are religious, people know what they do. I'm sure they'll be dealt with in the afterlife of karma, But hey, what are you gonna do? That is definitely weird. But Jesus, how are you supposed to care about this company? Yeah, I don't know. There's no matches announced for tonight. Let's see. The Rock said you don't even have the class to introduce yourself. Oh yeah. It doesn't matter. Robin, thanks, man. Have a good day at work. I'm gonna be heading out to do some work today, it looks like, too. Hey Amanda, how you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna head to work, I think, in a minute. I can kind of make my own hours, But yeah, it's gonna be we're gonna have to head to work in a minute. Yeah, there's no matches, man. There's no. WWE has not announced any matches for tonight's Raw, but they have confirmed AJ Styles will be there. It's like, okay. Other advertised for tonight is Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Raw Women's Champion Becky, Raw Tag Team Champions RK Bro, Alpha Academy, and Bianca Belair. WWE Champion Brock Lesnar is not advertised for the show, so man, I'll tell you, if Cody's not coming tonight, which it's starting to feel like he won't be there. If Cody Rhodes is not coming to this show tonight, wow. And they're saving him for Mania, I mean, fine, but wow, tonight is going to be a disaster, it feels like. Unless there's something planned that we don't know about or whatever, Man, tonight is looking to be a boring disaster as far as I'm concerned. I mean, typically on nights like this, RK Bro is the only thing that's interesting. Every other time there's been a situation like this, the situation turns out that RK Bro is fun and everything else sucks. Every single time. I do want to say thank you to Michael Costello, because he once again, man, has been dropping super thanks. You know, a lot of you guys tend to do this, drop super thankses, but Mike Costello here is gone soon. I could be doing a show from my phone. I could be off you. Let me see. He has dropped super thanks like on every video that I've ever put up in the last 2 weeks, and he's been dropping $50 on most of them down below, and I've been pinning him to the top, man. So thank you so much to him for really, really sponsoring the videos, you know. And then the one yesterday, the live stream I did, he dropped 10. So I just wanted to say thank you to him for that. And thank you to JJ Max for becoming a $5 patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Yeah, we talked yesterday about the fact that, man, WrestleMania, that first day, is going to be insane. I mean, NXT starting at afternoon and then ending around 3 p.m. and then the pre-show starting around 5 p.m., I think. Or I don't even know. They may have another thing going on right away, because what are you going to go off for 2 hours, come back on? I don't know. So there's a lot. WrestleMania weekend, that day is going to suck us dry. Like, it's going to be a succubus. That thing is going to suck us dead. WrestleMania will. It's going to be crazy. The other day I put out a video about CM Punk taking time off and that could be a week or 3 weeks. I don't know how long it's going to be, a week or 3 weeks. Which allows time to breathe for the storyline with Wardlow. But also, I believe that Wardlow and CM Punk are going to end up tag teaming together. So I think Wardlow is going to be outnumbered by the chairman, Sean Spears, and MJF, and CM Punk could show up to help Wardlow. And that would, allow CM Punk to tag with Wardlow and be that sort of Chris Jericho-like, trying to give him even more rub, being there with the star type of thing. And so I think maybe Wardlow will get double teamed this week, maybe next week, and then, CM Punk will show up, I think, to sort of be there with him. But it does look like Punk still, according to this rumor, will have some time off. But again, when they say time off, it makes everybody think, oh, there's this planned time off they're taking, when really it's just like, hey, take a week off, Punk, and we'll get you back we're going to start the story here, and so why don't you just take a break for a week or two? And time off sounds like this long, oh, he's going to be gone for 2 months or 4 shows or 8 shows or something like that. But, I mean, he's really just going to be, I think off 1, 2, or 3 shows now. And I think he was off last week, so that's 1 right there. So if he's back this week, then technically he took time off, but it's not a lot of time. No, unless there's something else that's going on. I can't wait for Mania. Yeah, I just blocked that guy. That guy was obviously trying to just start shit. I don't know. Tim. What's up, Tim? Return of Big E, maybe? I mean, Big E's going to be, 2 months away? I don't think Big E's going to be back for, 2 months? Or 8 weeks, maybe? 6 to 8 weeks? So I thought the Bianca Belair injury was part of the storyline, so I didn't think Bianca was really injured. I saw that something was wrong or whatever, but I'm pretty sure that I think that's just kayfabe, right? Like, 'cause she got attacked the other day. And again, like I said, if Cody's not there tonight, which they may be just holding Cody Rhodes for WrestleMania, and if that's the case, okay. But man, Monday Night Raw is going to be very boring tonight, because there's nothing seemingly going on, and there's no Brock. It's going to be the RK Bro show, and then there's going to be AJ Styles showing up to cut a promo, and then that's really it. And so that really sucks. Did the guy who injured Big E get a fine? No, I don't think so. I mean, I still don't know if it's 100% his fault or Big E's fault or
Shit
both of them.
bomb.
It's usually two people. You know?
I hope JD from NY and many AEW smarks like that incel wrestling otaku cried when their precious Cody joined WWE. Fuck AEW and its creepy psycho fan base. And fuck JD. In all seriousness, I hope you're...
Bimbo Baggins. What's up, Bimbo Baggins? Holy shit, it's been a while, man. Thanks for being a $5 shit bum. You know, I mean, I'm an AEW guy too, but, you know, I think some of those people are nuts. I think JD creepily supports them, like, in a weird way. Like, he's so over the top, dude. He's like, I'm so ready for this. I was so ready for this. I'm so all in with this. Like, you know, he's just so weird, dude. It's fucking bizarre. It's like, I would say that I like AEW wrestling-wise. I'm like 70-30. 70% for AEW, 30% for WWE right now. But man, going on Twitter and just destroying WWE and then writing how AEW is just like the savior to everything is bizarre to me. I don't know. I don't get that. Like, this is the best it's ever been. It couldn't have been handled any better. Like it's like, yes, it could have. You know, stuff like that. Like, you might as well just write, I want a job on Twitter. You know? So, but I wouldn't call him, I don't, you know, I mean, otaku's crazy. I mean, we know that. Simcoe Baggins? Did I type Simcoe? Well, how did I type Simcoe? Bimco? Why am I typing so wrong? What the fuck is going on? Bimbo Bangins? What the fuck did I write there? Oh my god, what did I write, dude? I shit on WWE and I still watch it, but that's because I care about them. You know? Man, his Twitter's hilarious. He's like, this is the best. Let's see. Capitals got Marcus Johansson. Holy fuck. Caps want to win the cup this year. Yeah, some of his takes are just creepy. Here's your take for the evening. Like, CM Punk is handled brilliant. Those who have criticized AEW have not watched anything the man or the company has done. His feud with MJF was one of the best of his career, and his matches have been excellent. I mean, I actually agree for the most part. I think CM Punk's been good in AEW. I've enjoyed it. I think, but it hasn't been the best ever or anything like that. It's been like really good though. You know, it's been like really good. But like, there's some people out there. I've been seeing people out there writing stuff about CM Punk, like, oh, CM Punk's been boring in AEW. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Who the fuck is out there saying that CM Punk is boring in AEW and saying that what CM Punk has been doing in AEW isn't good? Like, I forget. I read some of that yesterday or heard some of that. I mean, are you fucking serious? You know? Like, I don't understand that. Who the fuck is saying that CM Punk's work in AEW is bad? Doesn't make any sense. His matches have been good. Like, the MJF match was, I think, one of my favorite matches. The story and the whole thing leading up to it, and then the match itself was pretty good. That was good. That match is in line with, like, his fucking Jericho feuds, his Jeff Hardy feud, some of the other feuds that he had in WWE. Like, you could put the MJF feud right in there with those, like, that part as part of his body of work. You know what I mean? I don't understand how somebody can say, after coming back to wrestling after, 6, 7 years, whatever it was with CM Punk, and then he has that feud with MJF and some of the other things he's done, and I'm like, man, this is pretty good. Like, I don't think it's brilliant. Like, JD writes that it's brilliant. I don't know if it's brilliant to dig up old promos and then from the time MJF was a kid from CM Punk and then have MJF talk about how he was a hero and then they build off of that exact promo in sort of a similar way while weaving MJF into it, almost like a reboot of a movie or something like that. I mean, it's kind of maybe it's brilliant to some people. I just think it's really good. I don't think it's brilliant. I thought it was good. Like, it was really good and it was entertaining. I don't want to use a word like brilliant, but who the fuck says it's terrible? I mean, like, there's been some wrestlers out there saying that recently. I don't even know who they are, but I keep seeing the articles like so and so Hall of Famer says CM Punk's been lackluster in AEW. What the fuck are you talking about? His ratings are disappointing, right? The fact that CM Punk couldn't bring in 100,000 to 200,000 to 500,000 people, couldn't bring back wrestling fans we thought he would bring back, yes, that has been disappointing. The fact that CM Punk hasn't brought back in like this crew of people we thought that would come back to watching, yes, that has been disappointing. But has his actual work been disappointing? Fuck no. Now, I don't get, but I also don't suck ass for CM Punk either, like JD does. I don't understand that. Like, it's been brilliant. Like, dude, what kind of dick swallowing are you trying to do to get a job for this company? Here's your take for the evening. CM Punk's return since August last year has been brilliant. Those who have criticized AEW clearly haven't watched anything the man of the company has done. It's funny how JD is so opposite. He buries people like Roman and WWE and things like that all these years, and then other people would write things like this. Clearly anyone who hates WWE doesn't understand. Like, this is exactly what one of those fucking WWE bot SJW people would write on Twitter about people like JD when they criticize WWE. Yet here he is, like, oh, it's brilliant, like, oh, so good. Like, it's like, dude, you're fucking disgusting. Just ask for a job on Twitter. Just write, I need a job. Please give me an AEW job. Just write that on Twitter. You fucking asshole. But, I'm kidding. I don't think he's, I just talked to him yesterday. He's probably watching this. Like, what the fucking, why does he do this? But you know what? Because fuck him. He fucking shits on me in public and then talks to me nice behind the scenes. You know what, JD? Eat my dick. But no, it's fucking House of fucking Gargling Cum Wrestling. I hope Amazing Red rapes you in the back and then throws you out a fucking in a dumpster. Tactics, what up?
Daytime Cronin.
Will Tactics, how are you, sir? Tactics Attacks. That's a pretty good name. Hey man, thank you for that $1.99, bro. That puts me at $11 for this stream. So that's what is it? What are we at? Hey man, I'll take $11 an hour. That's pretty cool. That's actually not good, but it's okay. I'll take it. I lost my mind. But no. So like, I just think that CM Punk's been good though. I don't know how you could. I think that anybody who's overpraising him is delusional, but I think that anybody who's underpraising him, I think that's more delusional. I think people that are criticizing CM Punk are more delusional, because to me, it comes. Do you think CM Punk has been a thumbs up or a thumbs down in AEW? I'm giving it a thumbs up. Entertainment-wise, he's been a thumbs up. So, yes, have the ratings not been the way that I thought they would go? Yes, I'm sure that that's disappointed some people. And that speaks more to the state of wrestling than anything. But what I've seen from CM Punk and from the creative and whoever, MJF or anybody else he's worked with since he came back, Darby Allin, it's been good. Like, it's been at least good enough. 6 to 7 out of 10 if on the worst case, and I think I'm in an 8 out of 10. Like how do you think CM Punk has been in AEW? I think he's been about maybe a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10, something like that. And that's good to me. But it's not brilliant. But it certainly isn't lackluster or disappointing or bad, like some people are saying. I just think that those two people that think he's garbage are fucking stupid as shit. And people that think he's the most amazing thing ever are trying to get a job. No doubt about it to me. Um, ugh. Yeah, I saw the China plane crash. That was horrific. I can't even imagine that, dude. They were probably on the plane falling for a minute or two, like, just like, oh my God. That must have been a terrifying final 2 minutes of your life, you know? They probably were all thrown to the back of the plane, like, being pushed up against the. I don't even. It's fucking crazy. Let me see. Oh, shit.
Here we go.
Oh,
Everyone knows I'm out the window.
Yep.
Yo, motherfucker, no romance, cause there ain't no chance in my happy pants. Could you perchance come and take this stance and leave me here? I'm a bad motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
No fear.
Oh, it's Carlos Ray.
Time, motherfucker. Put it in a happy rhyme, motherfucker. It's clock o'clock.
Super chat.
Tick tock. Frog in a sock.
Oil shot.
2 on consignment, 1 in stock. What's the time, motherfucker? Said
Glock, clock. I said Glock, clock.
Joe, punk is okay, but it ends there.
But it ends there. Yeah, that's kind of what I believe, Carlos. I agree. Carlos Ray, $20 minus 30% is like $16, $15 or something like that. All right, baby. Now we're at 25 an hour. That's a lot better. Carlos Ray coming in and just dominating AJ Adams and Bimbo Baggins, dropping them out the fucking door. Carlos Ray fucking just waffling them off the stage, man. Thank you so much, Carlos. What up to the Weed God, Nikki J? How you doing, Nikki J? The Weed God is here. And Carlos Ray, thank you. And now here comes Alex Olin.
Party!
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I will be watching Night 1 of Mania in theater, $22.
That is fucking awesome, dude. That's going to be so fun to be in the theater and have all the people screaming and reacting while you're reacting and watching. That's one of the funnest things that could happen, man. That is the balls. If you can do that, I recommend it for sure. Like, you can't be in a crowd, you can't go to the Mania, and you can't be at, maybe you're not going to a bar or anything like that, but you can be in a movie theater. That's so fun, dude. I've only done that once, but that is awesome. I love the idea of that. I've always loved it whenever it's been brought up. Yeah, that's going to be cool. You're going to have fun with that, I would think. Juan Espinosa's in the house. Nikki J, Paul 3, instead of trying to get your commentary job at a House of Glory, do this. Yeah, fuck them anyway. They're not going to hire anybody. Carlos, thank you. Sandman Sizzle, about 10 wrestlers and a bunch of gymnastics and 20 comedy geeks. Ooh, not a fan of AEW, looks like. Alex, or that company that they just started merging with. Alex Oli, thank you. Have fun. On lunch, that's cool, Nikki. I'll be heading to work soon. Heading to do some work soon. Then I'll be back in time for Monday Night Raw and then do the Raw review tonight live here on the channel. So hope you guys stop by tonight for the Raw review. But now I'm stopping to do this, or I took a break out to do this, man. Paul 3 wants Carlos to donate more, but Paul 3 hasn't donated a dime. Well, Paul, you're an asshole. I'm just kidding. Thank you, man. Nikki J, the Weed God, man, he is a $50 Turkey Club member on Patreon. Thanks to Nikki J. I'll be getting in my car today or tomorrow. Oh, you'll be getting a car. Nice, Amanda. That's cool. Oh, you're getting that. You got the one you needed too, right? Like with the wheelchair thing, or like the van accessible or something like that. I'm sorry if I don't really remember. I scroll through so many things. You're eating chicken, Cody? Oh, okay. So we know your background. I'm just kidding. What up, Suburban Cowboy? Fucking love that guy. Tex is here, one of the monetized champs from Pure Country. Tex, and I saw Joe Compton in here earlier as well. He's going to get hit by Mikkel. Maybe I'll get hit by somebody. Hey, 2 more viewers and we crack 100 views for this weird afternoon time stream. Hit that like button, guys, if you can, and jam that thumb up there. Let's get the algorithm moving. You know. Undertaker is worried that Vince McMahon is going to rib him at the Hall of Fame, and Undertaker said that recently. I don't think that Vince is going to do anything like that. You know what I mean? You know what? The only rib I could think he could do is like he could dress like Paul Bear, and Vince would come out with the paint on and be like, "Oh!" That's about it.
Super Chat Party!
Oh, yeah?
Cody shows up on Go Home or Mania Not Tonight.
Alex Oli, yeah, that's a good prediction. That's a good prediction. And you know, but again, my point is that this sucks though, because even though I get that, and that's probably true, and everything, Alex Oli, thank you for the $2. But what sucks about that is, man, tonight is going to be so boring on Raw because, dude, they got nothing. It's a 3-hour show tonight. They don't have one match advertised. There's really nothing that I can think that they can do with many people tonight. You know, it's like, this is a 3-hour show, dude. What are they going to do tonight? They have no Brock Lesnar. We don't even have Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's usually good for 5 or 10 minutes of entertainment, you know? Even if it's not that good, it's a 7 or 6 out of 10. It's better than a 3. What the hell is going to be better than a 5 out of 10 tonight? Can you think of anything? I can't. What's going to beat Edge's promo from this week? I can't think of anything. What's going to beat the intrigue of Seth Rollins last week at the beginning of the show to the end of the show this week? I don't know. They can do it again, sure. But I won't believe it this time. And if they do something, well, then I'll be surprised. But I'm not going to believe it. So I'm going to be, guys, I'm going to be fucking depressed tonight watching Raw. What the hell is there to look forward to besides AJ Styles promo? And I'm sorry, an AJ Styles face promo to me isn't going to be that good. You know, there's nothing he can do to make it that good. So, I don't know. And maybe it could be good because they don't have anything booked, that they're thinking outside the box tonight or something, but I don't know. You're probably right, Alex Oli, and I am not encouraged by what I'm looking at for Raw tonight. You know? Not encouraged at all. So, what are you going to do? Matt Rossmeyer on Twitter said, I can't even bring myself to watch new Star Trek. Yeah, dude, this... Oh. I watched the finale for Discovery the other day, and I was just like, oh my god, bro. Every goddamn season, it's the big thing that happens, and we've got to solve it, because I'm so super good. Oh, it's so bad. Just fucking terrible. It is so bad. Don't even bother with Star Trek Discovery. Oh, boy. Veer is jizzing. Yeah, Veer won't be there till the night after Mania. I mean, maybe Veer could interfere at WrestleMania, but that's about it. Either that or the night after Mania. I'm saying night after Mania he debuts. You know, Rollins promo about not having a match, probably tonight, yeah. So I'm going to have to be super liquided up tonight. I'm going to have to be full on, like, full of coffee, like, raging, like... I'm probably out of money. Why did I just pay Google $1? I think Leah did this.
Super Chat Party!
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah?
Prediction: who will win, Priest or Balor at Mania?
Priest or Balor? I'm gonna say that Priest wins, maybe, because Priest is a heel. He turned heel partially because of how Balor won the belt back. I don't know. It just feels to me like, why would you have Balor win the belt and then beat him again at WrestleMania? You know, I feel like Priest will win it back somehow at Mania. I feel like this is to help Priest. I feel. So I would give it back to him.
Super Chat Party!
Oh yeah?
Die.
Paul 3, thank you, man. Dan Delahanty, what's up, Dan? Yeah, Picard has been... This season of Picard has been better to me than the first season. I'm such a big Star Trek TNG and Picard fan, obviously. Look, I'm wearing my Star Trek shit right now. I got my Star Trek necklace. I got my Spock thing. I can look past some things, right? As you may or may not know on my channel, I'm a fairly like middle of the road politically person. I'm kind of an independent now. I used to be a very liberal person. Now I'm kind of like an independent person. So I'm not like on either side of the fighting spectrum, but there are just some things in Picard that are eye-rolling and that just, it's not Star Trek, and it's like, ugh. Like, the girl Agnes, when she takes the Borg Queen's memories, she has a file called, like, shit I stole from the Borg Queen. Like, it's just like, that works in a sci-fi movie or in, like, another movie type of thing, but shit I stole from the Borg Queen or whatever, like, it's like... It's just such a weird show. I can't explain it. But I love Picard, though. And I've enjoyed it for some reason. Oh, shit! Oh, Carlos Ray!
Go and take this stance and leave me here. I'm a bad motherfucker, got no fear. What the time was the time, motherfucker. Time, motherfucker. Put it in a happy rhyme, motherfucker. It's clock. Bang, bang, tick tock. Frog in a sock. Oil shock. 2 on consignment, 1 in stock. What's the time, motherfucker?
I said it's clock. Carlos Ray!
I said clock.
How do we get Paul out of here for an HR? LOL.
How do we get Paul out of here for an hour? Man, I don't know. Use Streamlabs and drop $50. I'll take them out. $50 on Streamlab donation. That way I have gas money. And I'll take out Paul. He says $1,000 and he'll leave. There you go. Kenny D. Raw sucks. Well, we'll see what happens tonight. What's up, Dan? Man, Dan, Dan's the guy from my Stabbing Westward buddy, right? Dan Delahanty. I want to say Delahanty because I knew I had a principal back in school when I was a kid called Mr. Delahanty, and he spelt his name that way. But I want to say Delahanty for some reason. It's like data and data. I have the solution. You're right down. Look at Monday Night Raw. What? Eric Chambers, did you write that wrong or did I read that wrong? It could be that I read that wrong. I don't know. Yeah, so I was talking about my... Paul, Mike, you can just go back on the stream and watch the beginning of my stream. At the beginning of my stream, I was talking about the music. I wrote this like song thing, and I'm using it for this commercial. So I got done mastering the song. So you'll see it. I don't know, whatever later. But yeah, I was. It's been hard because, like I said, it's just an instrumental, so it's one of those things. Because I don't. That's why I sell my music to other people, because I have a terrible voice. I'm like Trent Reznor if he was like dying. Oh yeah, to push, yeah. I love Push on the Stabbing Westward CDs. Push has been awesome. I love Push. Maybe I'll play it on our way out of here and get a copyright claim. Carlos, donate 1,000, says Jedi. Have I played Star Trek Online? Yeah, I did. I played Star Trek Online years ago. Back when you had to pay for it. I think it's free now. Isn't everything free? Star Trek Online and everything else is free now, but like you had to pay for it years ago. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Damaged Goods, also good. Yeah, I like the whole CD, but I do keep bouncing around between, damaged goods and some of these other things. I like Control Z. I like Wasteland. I think it's funny that Chris still hasn't heard some of the songs. Like a week ago, when I did an interview with him, he did an interview with another guy right after me, and that interview just went up, and I just heard it, and I was laughing because he still hadn't heard which versions were on the album, and I'm like, but I have the album. Why don't you just get the album? You know, like if the Stabbing Westward PR person sent it to me, why don't they just send it to you? You can clearly hear it. I've heard it. So I don't get why it was. I was like, do you not want to hear it? I should have asked that question to him. I should have been like, do you not want to hear it? Because of course you can hear it if you want to. What's going on? So that's kind of weird. Sometimes my cock explodes. That guy that did that, some guy that fucking took Sometimes It Hurts and talked about his cock exploding. He was making fun of me though, because he was like, he knows that I'm a big fan of Stabbing Westward, so he made fun of me. That's funny. Jedi Carlos 1K and he's gone. Do it. Carlos, you have no guts. Wow, Jedi's really going after Carlos. I like you here, Paul. You're funny. I won't be watching tonight. I'm watching my favorite TV show, 9/11. What the fuck? Oh man, I'm watching my favorite TV show, 9/11, 911. It's like Rescue 911 or like Reno 911 or what the fuck? Is there really a show just called 9/11 or 911? Remember, wasn't Rescue 911? Didn't William Shatner host that? If he did, like, man, it's really bright in here. I'm turning into a ghost. I'm like glowing like Casper. Jedi coming from a loser like you. Okay, now you guys are fighting. Carlos Ray, thank you for the $20, man. He asked, man, how do you get rid of Paul? Let's make it happen. How do we make this happen? How do we get rid of Paul? He's Paul. He's Paul. He's Paul. He's got white walls. Awesome show with you and Dave yesterday. Thank you. It was a fun little reunion. I hope he comes back. It's on NBC, really? Oh, okay, that's cool. That's crazy. When Stabbing Westward's first record came out, was George Bush still president, the original George Bush? Or was Clinton? I think Clinton took over at that point, right? It's fucking crazy to think about that long ago. That's insane. I was like 10 years old. I love Mortal Kombat. I was thinking about I might put that on for me and my son, because he could probably watch it with me. He'd probably think it was kind of interesting, maybe. Mortal Kombat, the original one. I like the original Mortal Kombat still. That movie still, to me, is a fun movie to watch. It's the way like Total Recall is fun and silly, it's like eccentric in a way or something. But when they remake stuff now, it's just so boring, or it's just like not as special. Even though the campiness or whatever you want to call it of the old movies, the charisma of the people that played characters in those movies is different a lot of times than when they recast and remake. Like Total Recall, that remake was awful. That was like piss poor, that movie.
Super Chat Party!
Oh, yeah?
Brandy Rhodes retweeted, "The next chapter of your life will make a lot of people regret not treating you right." Interesting. Thoughtful face.
Wow.
Thoughtful face.
That's
thoughtful
it.
face. Tony Khan AEW.
What? Let me go look at her tweet. Alex Oli, thank you for the $5. Let me go look at the tweet and see what you're talking about exactly. I was born in 1995 when it came out. That's funny, Samuel Gray. Damn. I wish I was like 28. Stabbing Westward announced April 15th. I think that I've always known about that. Isn't that the benefits concert? Isn't that the benefit show for Levi from Pigface? Isn't that the one that we've always known about? I'm not going to be able to get out there. I hope they come to Boston, or even if they come anywhere near Boston, I'll drive to it. I would love to hear a couple of those new songs live. I hope that they realize that, because, you know, I've seen Stabbing now. It's funny, I remember hoping I would hear them one time ever, and now I've heard it enough that I'm like, all right, you know, like, I'm like, play some new songs, play 2 or 3 or 4 new songs. So I hope they do play them, but I know that Brandy Rhodes. Let me go look at her Twitter and see what she's saying here. I wish Nine Inch Nails would kind of go back to old Nine Inch Nails too. I feel like Trent's gone off the rails with just like, and it's just like he's obsessed with these rolling, like, I don't know, but whatever. He's probably trying to compose stuff. Damn, Brandy Rose looking like, oh my god. The next chapter in your life will make a lot of people regret not treating you right. Fairies Forum, whatever that is. Okay. I'm assuming that isn't it weird that when Cody Rhodes and Brandy were going to start up AEW, that they were like, haha, WWE's so stupid and fuck everybody, we're gonna do some crazy shit, and now it's like, oh, fuck them. It's kind of weird.
Chat party.
Oh yeah?
Is this the new setup? Stay on your grind, Joe.
Hey, Villain, how you doing, man? No, it's not. This isn't. I'm not like downgrading or something. I'm in my room because I was saying this yesterday to Villain. Thank you for the $5, man. Good to hear you. Good to see you. We got to get back to Diablo again soon, man. Like I've been playing much. Yeah. In the daytime there's sunlight outside, and you know how I used to sit in my car, in my truck outside. I could go outside and sit in the car, but I just didn't want to go outside, and my room in my bedroom has so much light that I've wanted to sort of get that vitamin D, get that like light going and feel good. I don't want to be in the basement all the time in my dark office where there's no windows. So I feel a little more alive sitting here in my room with the windows all open and the sun and the energy coming in. So that's the reason why I'm up here. It has nothing to do with anything else. My volume's a little low. Oh, is it? I could probably turn it up a little bit. Let me know if that's true or not, guys. I'll turn it up a little bit. I could have turned it up a while ago. Damn, I didn't realize it. Yeah, but with this I can't hear myself. So yeah, it does kind of suck a little bit. But so if people really hated it, you know, I would go back to the office, but I'm only doing it for some just mental health, like, you know, to do this during the day. But if I make a news video and things like that later on, I'll probably be recording it from my studio or whatever office. I just wanted to get some sun and shit, so I've been doing this in my room a bit. So that's the only reason. Get Brandy and Cody back on the show, Joe. That would bring in some subs. Yeah, it could, but I bet you they wouldn't because, you know, you're damn right I like that vitamin D right inside me. CM stunk, says Bill Romanowski. Yeah, there's still some things that I gotta move. Like this box needs to go in the attic, so I gotta get this out of here, put it in the attic. This can go over in the blankets closet. And then that's it. There's still things even in this room from when we first moved in that are packed up around that didn't fit and whatever. There's always stuff to do, you know. But I've been too focused on trying to figure out how to get, you know, make income and things like that, to keep the shows and the family going. So you guys have been really so cool during this stream, though. This has been fucking crazy. You know, I thought I'd come on here for an hour, kind of hang out, and we've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes, and super chats are rolling in. People are dropping donos. That's fucking crazy. So thank you. Volume is fine. Okay. I thought it was fine, but I mean, this microphone's a piece of garbage. It's like $9. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'll give you a link to my sound pages. I'll run for president for you, John. Too. You said you wanted me to run for president. I'll do it for you. You back me with the money, you know. You get me into the primaries, and then they'll cancel me like crazy. Hey Dan, I'll catch you later, man. Good to hear you. I'll see you in the stabbing group chats and shit. Yeah, hit me up anytime. I'll send you my link to all my stuff. I've got a bunch of the Dreaming demos too. Did you tell me about that on Facebook earlier? I've got all the original Dreaming demos and all the alternate versions of them too. If you've never heard them, Brent, the bass player, sent them to me a long time ago. So if you're into the Dreaming, Chris's other band or whatever, I've got some demos that I don't think anyone's actually heard. I'm still trying to find the original email that I got from Brent, but I've got them somewhere, and they're actually pretty good. Like, they're actually better in some cases. Some of the demos are better than what actually went on that original CD. Nick's World, do these more often. They're a good way to start my day. Well, cool, Nick. What's up? Bro Kick, what's up? Terry and Gordon, how you doing? I think Cody is going to do more than just wrestle for WWE. I think it's a backstage role as well. Yeah, I mean, maybe it is. Maybe that's part of it. They need somebody with a tenure like him to come in with all these young people coming in, and they want him to be sort of like a leader, veteran, and he could be the guy, like the Triple H role. You almost wonder if they're bringing him in almost to kind of like fill in a little bit for Triple H's position. I never even thought about that, which is ironic considering like the whole Sledgehammer and all the stuff he did in AEW. You almost wonder if like WWE called him, or even Triple H called him, and said like, listen, like, we really respect you and all these other things, and we think you're the guy to do this. Imagine that, if that's part of it. I don't know, but that could be a part of it, man. For all we know. Damn, my tweet's blowing up on Twitter. People were talking about wow, Jesus, my tweet is really blowing up. Like, talk about, like, I get scared when my tweets blow up. I'm like, ooh, like, I don't want to be involved in anything too crazy because I have such a wishy-washy stance on things. And some people are already tweeting me with like what I didn't say, and I'm like, that's not what I'm saying. Like, some people are tweeting me hardcore one way and hardcore the other way, and I'm like, you're both wrong. My tweet was about saying this, but I sort of like made a little bit of a spelling mistake in the tweet, so it kind of like looks confusing. So you could take it either way, and I'm like, and that tweet's blowing up right now, and I'm like, oh no, like, that's blowing up. That's not good. Like, a convoluted tweet is blowing up where you can take it either way. Yeah, okay, then perfect, Dan. You might like them. It's just some alternate demos. Cody on WWE earnings calls. Yeah, maybe. You know what I mean? It could be. Could be. Stop begging for a better show? I don't know what that means. I mean, I want Raw to be better. I want a better show. I want Raw to be better. I'm not going to stop. I wouldn't call it begging. I'd call it complaining. You know what I mean? Complaining. I'm complaining for a better show. Please, like, we got 3 hours tonight. We don't know what the hell is going to happen. You know? I think CM Punk has been good in AEW. I don't know how people can say CM Punk is garbage. I don't know how they can say he's amazing. It's been really good. I don't get these extremes. El Cap, if Cody loses at Mania, do you think that it's for him, he's fucked either way? Matt, what up, Matt? Good, how you doing, man? I'm not the best, but I'm not doing very good, but I hope you're doing good. I'm not doing very good. I'll be honest. My Twitter is at JCS Commentary, Nick. Thank you, though. Good to see you. You classic OG. Paul 3 loves the day streams. We got 2 Raws until Mania. Yeah, I mean, but tonight's Raw, I feel like, maybe the Go Home show. The past, few WrestleMania Go Home shows have been pretty, like, crap. And really for years, past 7 years, the Go Home shows have been head-scratching. Most of them. Maybe there's 1 or 2, I don't remember. Something was decent, but... But tonight, I'm concerned about tonight. Either tonight is going to have some shocking things that go on, which could be awesome, or tonight is going to be a drag. And it's looking like a drag at this point. Because AJ Styles' promo against Edge isn't going to be that good, probably. It's not going to be better than Edge's promo last week. You know, AJ's good on the mic, good enough on the mic, but he's nothing crazy. There's nothing AJ's going to say that's going to, I don't think, get me going. You know? So, that's the problem. I don't think Cody's losing. I think he would probably beat Seth, if that's the case. Raw will be raw-tarded as always. You guys can go buy my raw-tarded shirt on not on Pro Wrestling Tees. It's on Teespring. Links down below in the description box. The donation link's down there too. If you guys want to donate, the donation link's down there too. If you want to donate to the show, the donation link's down there too. If you want to donate to the show, the donate links. I donate the donation links. Sorry. Hit the like button, stick the thumb in my ass if you guys can. A couple more minutes, and I'm gonna head out. A couple more minutes, I'm gonna head out. 2015 Raw after WrestleMania. I don't remember what happened, J-Mac. Tell me what happened, because I don't remember that. I think I've been following you for years. What the F I'm doing? I know your old Twitter got shut down. Yeah. My old Twitter got shut down by actually like 5 of them have. I had 36,000 followers that got taken out. I had 12,000 followers that got taken out. I had 6,000 followers that got taken out, and now I'm sitting at a little cool 2,000. Detrillist says, I have a feeling Cody will beat Seth, and Seth will interfere in the Roman Brock match and cost Roman. Damn, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think so. Doing okay, been mad lately with what been going on all over the world. Yeah, no shit, dude. Very sad. Very sad word. I don't know what you just said, Matt. I don't know if you... Did you just say Biden's doing a good job? Is that what you said? I can't believe that's true, but that's okay if you think that. I'm not a big fan of any president since JFK, and I wasn't alive for JFK, so I wish I was. Please bring back JFK. Joe, do you think Lesnar and Reigns may be upset where Reigns literally beats him fast, or Lesnar beats him fast and everyone ends up shocked? I think yeah, if anything, Reigns would beat Lesnar, you know, fast. I'm a big Cody Rhodes fan. I love Cody. I love his entrance. I love his theme. I love his matches. I think he has solid classic style wrestling matches, and he's told some good stories over the last couple of years. Fizzled out here in the last few months in AEW with things going on, but I really love Cody. I got to tell you, I'm not a big fan of Cody's SJW weird virtue signaling that he does, because he lies about almost everything, it feels like. But I really do like Cody Rhodes as a performer and as a person. Other than that, you know, unfortunately he's got this weird side to him, but you know. Oh, think morons to think he's doing a good job. I get it. Okay, man, I get what you're saying now. Yeah, I don't think he's doing a very good job at all. I don't think anybody can really think he's doing a great job. I'm not very happy with anybody. You know, no president. I'm always angry at every president. Brian Henkel, what's up, Brian? Thanks for becoming a member, man. Holy shit, Brian Henkel dropping it, dude. Holy shit. Did it pop up yet or no? How come I don't see it popping up? Brian, thank you, man. Thank you so much, bro. That's an extra, $3 a month for me, so thank you. Helps out big time. Now we just need what? How many people are watching? 92 people? Ah. Now we just need 92 people to become members right now. That'd be crazy. Why don't you be the president? I'd like to be, but they wouldn't let me. I don't think they would let me. I would like to be. I never wanted to be, but now I do now. Like, I never ever wanted to be. I'd be like, dude, no way. You wouldn't want me to be you would not want me to be the president. But with the way things are going, I would definitely be the president now. You know? I'd surround myself with the smartest people I could. Yeah, I think he was better, but he did some dangerous things too. I think all the presidents do these dangerous things now. I don't know what they're doing. I think they're wild. Rumors said Kevin Owens and Stone Cold may be the main event. Yeah, night number one. We talked about this yesterday, though. Night number one could be Kevin Owens and Stone Cold Steve Austin, which I'm game. I'm game. I'm game for that. I might piss some people off with the Charlotte thing or whatever. But hey, man, what's going to be better than that? If he's really wrestling, like he's really going to wrestle, apparently. And now I'm starting to wonder if he's going to wrestle for a longer time. Do you remember what I booked? I booked a 5 to 8 minute match. I booked a 5 minute to 8 minute match where they played, chicken and did some things. I'm starting to think that Stone Cold wants a brawl, and the brawl might go 15 minutes. Like, I had no plans for that. I had plans for a 5, 6, 7 minute match in the middle of WrestleMania Night 1. Now the rumor is that this is going to be I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what the angle here is now at this point, but it feels like it's going to be a match. They're now booking it as a match, and Stone Cold Steve Austin is going on interviews talking about it's a match, like he's in shape for the match. He's not saying I'm there for an interview and we'll see what happens. He is there for a match, and apparently in really good shape. So, thank you, Brian. Yeah, I'd be pretty blunt. But you know what I mean? I wouldn't be like that though, Brian. I wouldn't be as blunt as Trump, I don't think. You know what I mean? I don't think. So I think people would be okay with me because I would choose my words carefully to be presidential. I would be like, I thought Obama was very presidential. Like, Obama was very presidential. Even if he did bad things and things like that, he was very, like, comforting. Like, I am Obama, and I am the president. It was very calming. That's what I would try to be closer to that, because you want to keep people calm and say things that is going to unite everybody. But certainly if you dug up my rants, but I mean, I'd be me if I was the president. Trump was a little too concerning for some people, I think. Like, I that matters to me, even though I like that about him, that he doesn't give a shit. I know that there's a lot of people that makes nervous, so like I wouldn't want to do that. So, but in debates I might. In debates, like when Donald Trump destroyed Jeb Bush and raped him in those debates, oh my God, that was fantastic. Watching Jeb Bush just get raped. They took down another 53 episodes of Rogan's podcast on Spotify. Jesus. Dude, that's just becoming real. Like, in my opinion, like, he's got to stand up for something at some point. If he doesn't start standing up for it, then he needs to get out of that thing. Get out of Spotify, because he needs to stand up for his show and for his audience. In my opinion, Rogan needs to stand up for himself and the audience. And if he doesn't, that means he's just playing along. And he said recently he wouldn't have a politician on because he doesn't want to influence anything. So now he won't even have politicians on, so they've won there too. So I have a feeling Joe Rogan's bending the knee. I got to be honest. I think he's bending the knee. Because he's acquiescing all these things. And now he's, there's more episodes going missing. Dude, at some point I'd be like, you know what? What the fuck are you doing to my show? And he should just do every podcast where he shits on fucking Spotify until they fix it. But, we'll see what happens. That sucks, though. That's shitty news to hear, That sucks to hear. But yeah, tonight there's no matches booked for Raw. We don't know what's going on. Something about yes in Arabic in the chat. I don't know what he's saying though. Rogan is definitely bending the knee. 10 complete subscribe now. What? 10 complete subscribe now. Ali, ask. I don't know what you're saying. Asgar. What's up, Ali? Rogan will kiss ass for money like most do. Yeah, it basically seems like it. Still waiting for female president. I'd vote for Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard runs for president. I'd vote for her. Stone Cold is not in his peak anymore. I mean, yeah, he's definitely not in his peak. But I just heard he got back in pretty good shape, though. But yeah, certainly. You know? I miss Fear Factor. Yeah, I miss Fear Factor, too. But yeah, man, I think I'm going to head out. I think I'm going to get going, get my other stuff done, and get out of here. I stayed on a little bit longer than I expected. I meant to stay on about 45 minutes to an hour. And we did an hour and 35 minutes, so it's pretty good, man. Rogan is a tiny person. Rogan is a tiny guy. Yeah, I don't understand that either. Ronda Rousey's boring. I think she's exciting. I never know what the hell she's going to say on the mic. I think she's better than most of the other promos. I don't know why. That's me, though. Hey, guys, thanks so much for being here. Click that like button on your way out if you can. And shout out to Carlos Ray, man, the top dog with the donations. A couple of $20 from Carlos Ray. Thank you also to Brian Henkel for becoming a member. And for Chazzy Z for becoming a $5 patron on my Patreon, man. 1,000 hours of bonus content you've never heard anywhere but Patreon. It's crazy. Podcasts with everyone on there. The Villain with Alex Oley, Carlos Ray, Paul 3, Will Tactics, Bimbo Baggins, AJ Adams, and Gerald Armstrong. Thank you guys for the support during this live stream. You guys definitely made me want to do this again tomorrow or potentially throughout the week. So thank you guys for that support. Pat McAfee has got to be one of the best guys in the company right now. No doubt about it. Pat McAfee, Roman Reigns, Pat McAfee, and then, I don't know, Edge has been kind of interesting recently. And yeah, there's not a lot, but those guys are definitely there for it. You know what I'm saying? Cody Johnson says, oh yeah, no, he said that already. Have a good day. Tic Tac, what up, Tic Tac? How you doing? See you for the Raw review, man. Yeah, I'll see you tonight. Guys, after Monday Night Raw tonight, I'll be live, and I'll see you guys there. I'll be listening to you on my way home from Plain Ridge Casino. Damn, James. You know, I've had people tell me to go work at Plain Ridge Casino, that they're, like, hiring like crazy. You're not that far away, then. Enjoy the podcast, man. And if you guys want, and you get nothing else to do, go back and listen to some of my older episodes of my older shows, or, you know, go back a couple videos you might have missed and check it out and put me on and keep listening. There might be something decent in there for you guys to listen to. Thank you guys very much for that. I'll see you tonight. Leave comments down below in this video if you want for me to read later. And that's it. We're out. Check out Stabbing Westward, new CD, Chasing Ghosts, on their Bandcamp. Kiss me, baby. See you tonight for the Raw review right here. Be here. I'm going to need you guys to keep me awake tonight on the Raw review.